York City PB right here. Rat is swimming. Look at the rat. Look at the rat. He's swimming. He's swimming.
I am a fisherman, fishing when I can. Just a fisherman, fishing when I can. I am a fisherman, fishing when I can. Just a fisherman.
For the next stop of the tour, I headed out to Baisley Pond in Queens. It's a really beautiful park. There's a relatively large turtle population. This is the first pond that I've been to in New York City where I actually saw snapping turtles, and I was able to get pretty close to them. This one was really big and only had one left eye, which was very charming. And I also found that there was a huge rat population here. There was several nights that as the sun was setting, they would swim right in front of me. I would see rats swimming 2 feet in the water, and I don't know, it was just really fascinating. I wasn't really that grossed out by them. They kind of left me alone. Just a couple scares here and there.
No, it was a rat. A rat came right in front of my feet and then swam. Yeah, a really big one. This scared the crap out of me. I've never seen a rat dive. No, I've never seen a rat dive underwater like that. My sister had one in her toilet in Manhattan, but I never seen one do that like in front of me. That was crazy. It was like a submarine.
But overall, I found the bass fishing here to be a little on the harder side. These fish are pretty big for New York City ponds, at least the ones that I've caught. At the other ones, these are on the larger side, and I would say that they'll fool you quite a bit. I found them to be really smart. I lost
Another night of skunking.
more fish than I caught in the 9 days that I spent here. They would either spit the lure out, they would drive themselves into the brush or the hydrilla and unhook themselves. I just found them to be like really smart. And the hydrilla and the lily pads are very thick here. I was fishing here the end of March through mid-April, mostly on like the pre-spawn side of these fish. I really wasn't seeing any spawning or any bedding happening. So it was mostly pre-spawn, and I just found them to be really smart fish. I could see in the summertime when the lily pads get really thick, the frog fishing is probably pretty good here. But in general, I just found the Texas rig Senko worm to be the ticket for me. I was able to fish it pretty slow, and because there's so much weeds and the lily pads to worry about when you're fishing here, you're just going to get hung up using all the other lures, and you'll probably lose a ton of tackle. So I found the Senko worm to be really effective. One day I was doing a little bit of micro fishing, just kind of trying to see what sunfish, bluegills, or like any other species were in there, and I did catch a really small bass. I would say this bass is under 2 years old, probably even less than a year old, and that's good because if I was catching larger ones at night and these kind of year-old smaller bass, that means that there's a population here that is continuing, and that's a really good sign. But yeah, there's some nice sunfish in here. I found these sort of orange breasted ones, and then also these kind of purplish type ones. And one thing that I did notice is that they responded to the street lights, and all of my big fish that I caught here, the top two, I'm just going to cut through this footage really quick because someone was playing some loud music. The 3 nights that I was actually catching my biggest fish, someone was playing really loud music, and I don't want them to pull the copyright on this video, so I'm just going to skim through these really quick. But they were pretty big. I don't know, I didn't have a scale with me, but these were big fish, and I was psyched. I would say if you're fishing here, I would use nothing less than 14 pound whether it's braid, fluoro, or mono. I wouldn't use anything less than 14 pound. These fish are going to wrap themselves up in the brush, and you're going to be pulling in a ton of weight trying to get them free. So I broke off a bunch trying to be Mr. Fancy, using 8 pound and 10 pound, and was just getting broke off. So I found 14 pound and above to really be the ticket to get these fish in.
That person's kite string. I'm sorry, buddy. Probably stressed you out a little bit. Give you a nice toss back. Ready? Here we go. Ugh. Yep, there he goes. You can't really release right here because it's so shallow and there's all this muck and stuff. I tried the other day and didn't work out. Oh, there's my Senko. Oh, 2 Senkos. Wow, that's weird. Must have been from someone else. Damn, this person's kite string. Clean this up. Whew. Pretty long. See you later, kite strings.
I had a really fun time at Baisley Pond. I would say that it's on the tougher side for bass fishing. Don't feel discouraged if you go there and you get skunked. Just keep trying, you'll get one. And these are bigger fish. I think that you'll be rewarded by putting your time in. And if you're trying to take your kids here and do just like some sun fishing, I would say that earthworms will definitely work, but I found the gulp minnows to be equally as effective. The fish were going crazy for them here.
Ton of hydrilla here. Pretty heavy. I think this is my last day fishing here. I'm going to head to the next spot, but that was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching and joining me on this New York City bass tour. I'm going to head to the next spot, surprise you all in a few weeks when I'm done with the video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you soon.